Manga versus manhwa. The manga has more dialogue, while the manhwa has more space, barely any dialogue. I think this manhwa panel is a bad faith example of how manhwas are, because manhwa does have dialogue as well. It's just this one I think is just setting up the scene. But for me personally, manhwas are more enjoyable than manga because of the coloring. I really enjoy colors and the art styles in manhwa compared to manga. And I think this is also the reason why I'm hating all the old gen manhwas that people have been saying are better than the new gen manhwas. Because all the old gen manhwas are basically mangas. I've checked them all out since I was inspired by a post I saw last time about how old gen manhwas have better stories. They probably do have better stories, but I'm more of a guy that prefers art over story. So the art has to be good first before I even consider binging it, enjoying the story. That's why I hated Kubera, even though the art was colored and a bit better. But the older manhwas like Kilberos, Soldier Aries, and The Breaker. God, I tried to get into those because people were saying they were good, but they were just like mangas. They had no color. It was all just shading and all that, and I was just it was really unappealing for me to look at. I thought I did a full 360 when I was checking them out. I did abandon mangas to go over the manhwas, but I felt like I was reading mangas again. I was thinking I have to read it backwards, like you have to read mangas. You know, you have to read mangas right to left. So I thought I have to read it right to left, but you can read it normally, but it had no coloring and it was just really unappealing. Among the three OGen manhwas, the only one I enjoyed among the three I checked out was Kilberos, and that one is because they actually tried a bit with the coloring. They used different colors like red, purple to shade, which I really appreciated, which made Kilberos more enjoyable. But I was getting a little confused while I was going through Kilberos. Something about how the story was flowing, but it was still pretty good. But The Breaker 1 and 2, nah, I can't get into that one. The Breaker 3 is probably the only good one I noticed among the three. But I can't read The Breaker 3 without The Breaker 1 and 2 because they're a continuation of each other. The Breaker 3 has a manhwa coloring and manga styling, but the first and 2 is just no color, just the manga style with the black and white and shading. Even Soldier Aries, God, it was the same way too. Yeah, I know some people like how mangas are and the shading and stuff, but unless I'm really, really invested in the story, like I watch the anime and I'm really desperate to find out what happens next, I can never start a new story from the manga.